A little water for hydration. Okay, back to it. Notice it don't take a lot, man. It don't take 20 pounds. I mean, what's a big guy like me doing with 20 pounds? Pulling with intentions, that's what I'm doing. And that's why we're here, right? That's why I'm here, right? Teach you stuff like that.
Mando, dude, we're back at it. Okay. What is going on, Mando? Actually, what are we hitting today? Are we hitting anything in particular?
We're hitting whatever I want. Okay. More specifically, I really want to work on my rear delts.
Okay.
Right? Really want to keep building that shoulder and give it that roundness. The first exercise you do is going to be the exercise
You're gonna have the most output?
Most output, right?
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna start off with my rear delts first, because that's what I'm really trying to work. I find this move, this new one, I kind of figured out on my own a little bit. Instead of, coming from down here, right? So I like to do them like this, right? As if you were skiing, right? Leading with my elbow and squeezing that rear delt here at the top, all right? Doesn't take much. I'm just starting with 10 pounds, right? I'm gonna try to go up to 15, see how I feel. I know I can do more, but I'm just warming up to it. That's all I'm doing. Yeah, important thing with these, remember not to straighten out your arm, right? Then you engage that tricep. It's not what we're trying to do. Keep that tension by keeping that elbow slightly bent, right? And don't go far too back, right? Don't move that shoulder upwards, then you activate traps, and that's not what we're trying to do here, all right? Okay, I kind of lost count on that one, so I'll do another round, and I'll gas out on that one. I'm not all about just getting the weight up, right? Mm-hmm. Pulling with intention, right? Pulling with a purpose, right? Mm-hmm. Not pulling just to get the weight up and down.
Do you shoot for a certain rep range? Like, as of right now, like, what exactly are you doing?
When it comes to small muscles, like rear delts, front delts, medial, calves, tibia, I like to shoot between the 10 to 15 range. If it's big muscles like chest, the quads, hamstrings, I'll do 8 to 12. When it comes to small muscles, if you keep it at a low rep range, you probably won't feel them. So you gotta up the rep range, you can get the proper pump. Okay, and if you really wanna get crazy, we'll add a tricep.
So what's a tricep? A tricep?
It's like a superset. So I'm gonna pull and then drive with my elbow after. And then I'm gonna hit some rear delts with some dumbbells with some bent over rear delt flies to finish off. Huh? Just to really hammer down that rear delt, because they are so hard. They are just so hard to grow, man.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Do you think that with doing the higher rep range and also doing things like triceps, you've kind of seen development in your rear delts?
Man, training like this has completely changed my body for the better. Almost every day I'm seeing like a new line, right, in my body. Mm-hmm. From training like this, right? Training with intention, training to failure, right? Not guessing, just pulling with intention, right? Coming in the gym with a purpose and a plan. I know my form looks bad, but it's a really lightweight, so it's fine. I'm just trying to get all of them out I can in the tank. Okay, that's it. There you go. You see that?
Yeah, man.
Puro
fiero.
That's how you do it. that's a boulder shoulder. You know what I mean? Okay.
Would you say that there is some times where you can sacrifice form a little bit to get the last bit of a workout in?
Yeah, but wouldn't recommend that to anybody. Recommend that to people that know what they're doing, right? Because
The experienced lifter.
the experienced lifter, someone that doesn't know what they're doing, they'll crank these out and then they'll try to finish off with a heavy dumbbell when they're not supposed to, because you're just gassing out, right? You use it like all you need is 5 pounds because you're already gassed out, right? But their ego will get in the way and they want to grab something heavy and they'll get injured. But because I know what I'm doing and I know how to activate the muscle I'm trying to activate, doing this is fine. Okay, let's do some upper chest. I'm gonna start from a low to high cable fly, and then I'll probably superset it with some close grip dumbbell presses. Keep that pump going in the chest a little bit.
Do you ever do decline work? Like decline press or decline dumbbells or?
Sometimes. Really, if you focus more on the upper chest, it'll kind of form the entire pec as a whole because it'll help lift it up, right? It'll make it look bigger than what it actually is. I'm focusing less on lower chest and like flat bench and more upper chest, so my chest can look a little bit more developed. You can definitely target the lower chest, the middle chest, the upper chest, but you get your best bang for the buck just focusing on that upper chest, right?
Okay.
All right, I want to set these cables up, align with the muscle fibers of my upper chest, right? They kind of go at a 45 like this. So I need my movement to go at a 45, just like that muscle, right? A lot of people make the mistake of setting the cable all the way down here, right? But that's not gonna do any good. It's gonna activate more front delt, right? Because you're pulling from all the way down here rather than following the path of your muscle fibers, which is up here, right? Notice, it don't take a lot, man. It don't take 20 pounds. I mean, what's a big guy like me doing with 20 pounds? Pulling with intentions, that's what I'm doing. Squeeze. That's what it's all about, the squeeze, right? Not the arms, right? This is easy. This is why people do 60, 80 pounds on chest flies, because they're not using chest, it's just arms. Squeeze your chest and use them. And take your time here where it burns, right? Don't be afraid of the burn. That's the money. At least a second or two, right? Take all day there if you can, right? Whatever, who cares? Just get that burn, get that pump. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Just tap your pecs and then back up. Take your time here at the bottom. Feel that tension in the inner chest and push up.
When it comes to time under tension,
Yeah.
is there like a certain number that you try to shoot for? As
At
far as
least 2 seconds.
2 seconds?
Maybe a second, right? But not like a millisecond, right? People will be like 1, 2, no. Go 1 Mississippi, 2, and then back up. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then back up. Take your time and feel that tension, feel that burn, because that's what you're doing it for.
Something that I told someone once who were working out and they were kind of like rushing through the movement. I was like, man, you got to make love to the muscle, man.
Exactly.
You got to make love to it. You can't, for lack of a better word, just get crazy. You know?
Yeah, man. You know, one thing that really makes me cringe is when people do this number right here, right? This number, they'll grab, like with just curls in general, right? Curls, it's a common mistake, right? People do this. You're not doing anything. Like, dude, stretch that muscle, right? And take your time here in the squeeze, right? I know it burns, right? It sucks. Nobody said it was gonna be easy, right? But if you want results, you gotta take your time, make love to the muscle, right? And then nice, it's on the way down, right? Squeeze, right? None of this, right? You're not gonna get nowhere doing this. So, if you were to do a regular dumbbell front raise, right? You'd come from your hips up to your shoulder. You wanna match that on the cable. So you wanna start not from down here, but from about here, right? That way you keep the tension right here the whole way through. See, I'm getting full tension even on the way back, whereas if you were to set that cable up all the way at the bottom, you'd lose it at about this point. And to fully maximize the front delt, I'm gonna run over to the bench and do some front delt work with a dumbbell. Notice how I hold it up here, right? Take your time. As much as it burns, it hurts. No matter. You want results, you're gonna have to go through a little bit of pain, right? No pain, no gain.
Yeah, start on it, but if you
But good kind of
do them all
pain.
in a row too, build some actual hypertrophy.
Now let's match it.
If not, you might
Take this thing off.
And then the next month, work with
Put like a little explosion in there.
you know.
Nah, I don't do none of that, bro. I'm just serious, and that's it now. The serious editor.
Whenever I burn out the front delt, I like to do them seated. That way, you know, since I'm so tired, I'm gonna naturally want to cheat, right? Because as humans, we go through the path of least resistance. And what people end up doing, right? They start doing this number, right? They start, you know, using their back. You know, so to completely eliminate the possibility of injuring your back, I like to sit down, right? That way, as much as I want to swing up, and which I still can, right? I just limiting the possibilities. And that way I can strictly use the front delt, right? One mistake I used to do all the time is like, I would never warm up to my workouts. If I were to max out at like 30 one week, and then the next time I would hit shoulders, I'd start right at 30. It definitely helps a lot to warm up to the weight you were doing rather than starting at the weight you were doing. Least chance of injury, get more of a contraction, more of a pump, doing it like that, right? It's like Justin said a couple weeks ago, checking your ego at the door, you know, definitely something to implement in your workouts. You know, I've completely cut down, back before I started training seriously, I've completely cut my weight down by at least 25 to 50%. And I've like doubled my size because I started lifting with intention rather than lifting with ego. You know what I mean? And I really stand by that, man. Now we're gonna do some medial delt. Maybe? Nah. I do need some bicep work.
Do some biceps.
Nah, let's see. Yeah, oh, let's do some lats, yeah.
What's that little mushroom's name?
This thing?
Yeah, what's his name?
No name, it's just,
What would you name him? Freddy the Mushroom, bro.
Freddy? Yeah, there you go.
That's his name now. So what do you got set up here, Mando? What little contraption do you got going on here?
Yeah,
man?
so we don't got a whole lot of machines here. So I've been kind of working hard on trying to come up with ways to isolate muscles so people can have a better mind to muscle connection to what they're working out. So what I got set up here is to activate the lats. I set up the seat at a 45-degree angle. That way I can kind of pull downward in that swooping motion we were talking about, right? Not straight back like this, right? I'm only feeling my arm doing this, like slightly down and squeezing here in the back to contract that lat, right? Kind of pulling towards my pocket, right, a little bit. Right. Make sure you keep that chest nice and high. Now you keep it down, you're gonna miss the lat completely. So keep your chest nice and high and pull towards your hips. Usually when I show people this exercise, they're like, oh, wow, I don't think I've ever felt my lats before. It's because you've been pulling with your arm this whole time. Let's do some upper back work. All right, shoulder shrugs first. So what I like to think is shoulders to ears, right? Nice and slow with tension, hold it here at the top and relax. Nice and slow, tension, and relax. All right, don't just blast through, right?
Yeah, that's the classic, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the classic.
I don't know.
Them lower traps by hinging a little bit and squeeze those shoulder blades together. I like to think as if you're trying to hold a pencil in between your shoulder blades, right? It's a good way to think about it, right? I'm not using my arms to pull back, strictly shoulder blades, right? Difference between this and this. Then I'm gonna come run over here. We're gonna still work on that middle to lower trap area with some resistance. Comes off, right? It's pulling motion, right? And squeeze those shoulder blades like I was talking about, right? Let it cook back there for a couple seconds and then relax, right? No arms, right? No arms, strictly traps. Also, you know, man, people just get carried away with pulling workouts, man. I'll be over here and I'll see somebody at Crunch or at Fitness Connection doing this motion, right? Oh, come and yank that thing, right? What are you doing? You're working your lower back or you're working your upper back? What are you doing? You know, make up your mind. If you're gonna do it right, right? Pull with intention, right? Right? Not this number, right? That's how you do it. I'm gonna show you a little magic trick over here on the dip bar.
My boy, Magic Mondo, okay.
This is a super, super hard exercise. Here we don't got one of those machines like at fitness where it can kind of like assist you, right?
Yeah, assisted dips.
I like to use these bands. So I usually start about yellow and orange. All right, kind of put my knees on it. Nice and slow, take your time with it. Get that maximum stretch in the chest, a little bit of front delt, and squeeze at the top. I'm gonna be honest, without these bands, I probably only get like 4 good quality ones in, but with these bands, I can get like at least 10 good quality ones, you know what I mean? Nice and controlled. Try to brace your core when you do these. That way your legs don't, you know, flop around, you know. Can't show you all my secrets,
Yeah,
but, you know,
a true magician never reveals.
You do.
The secrets.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be stingy. I'll show you a couple. Some people skip calves. I'm gonna be honest, I skip abs. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. I can't believe that, bro.
My abs suck. But if I want to keep eating and I want my abs to show at least just a little bit, gotta work them out. Put these little handles here over your toes, right? Lay down, and you want to curl your legs up, not straight up, right? Because then that'll turn it into a leg work. You want to curl yourself up. Ooh, like that, right?
Oh, that's cool. Almost like a leg race.
Exactly, but with some resistance. Notice how my low back kind of goes up because I'm curling myself up. squeezing my abs to bring myself up. Make sure you come all the way to get maximum stretch, just like a bicep, right? You only go halfway, you're not getting full extension. Go all the way, get that maximum stretch, just like here. Okay, those suck, hang on. But effective. And let's finish off with some bicep, right? Everyone loves doing bicep.
Yeah.
We do something called spider curls, right?
Okay.
These bad boys are humbling, dude. I'm telling you. You kind of want to set yourself up at an angle like this, right? You want to kind of fight gravity, squeeze those biceps here at the top. You're nice and slow on the way down. People are like, oh, why do you always say 8 to 12? Why do you always say 10 to 15? I'm just gonna hit the max number, 15, 12. Because if you're always hitting the max number, then you're not challenging yourself, right? So if you're hitting 12, if you're hitting 15 every single time, go up. You know what I mean? That way you can break down the muscle so that it can grow back stronger. Keep doing the same thing, you keep hitting that 12 or that 15, body's gonna get used to it and it's not gonna grow, you know? Get comfortable getting uncomfortable, you know what I mean? Okay, there we go. And that's a good little pump. Here's a secret too, if you want to make your biceps look a little bigger, right? Instead of doing this, right? Kind of twist your wrist around and kind of squeeze that bicep in a little bit. Squeeze that forearm and that bicep a little bit and make it look a little bigger. All right. See the difference?
What do you want to say to all your raving fans, man, that's been waiting for you to come back?
Kind of going through it so that it can be easier for you guys to kind of go through it. I don't know, I mean, I've just been training, you know, I got 3 marathons I gotta do. Just trying to get bigger, right? Trying to catch up to Justin, Phil, and Kevin. Just been working, I've been on the grind, that's all.